Hello, Questers on a Wednesday night. It's Questamania. Here we go, Questamania. And all things pertaining to yesterday's show, The Curse of Oak Island, on discussions and texts, and maybe just a small little rant today, guys. Small little rant. And our queen of synopsises from Canada on the line is Judy. Hello, Judy.
Hello, John. Hi, everybody. Hey, it's good to be here. Last night's show wasn't too bad, a little bit of excitement. So we'll look into it tonight and see what we can figure out.
Yep, we'll get our hellos in as people are coming in. Hello, Wade. Gloria. Jeff M. Christopher. Yep, don't forget, hashtag CERT to get an official certificate from me, from the Quest of Oak Island channel, from being on the live podcast. You have to be present to win. In fact, it'd be good if I downloaded the giveaway tool.
That would help.
God help me. Ready? Hashtag SERT. Collect comments. There you go. There's 5 in there already.
Yeah, good guys.
And I thought it was pretty neat. Hello, Scott.
I think it looks really nice, I think.
Hello, Luann. And Tammy Williams in the house. I hope you're doing good, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. Good to have you back, hon.
Hello, Tommy. Doug Korn in the house. Sydney Monroe in the house. Hello, Andrew. There we go. As people get their
Andrew, we're hoping for a good year, too. A really good year.
Yep. As people are getting their notifications that we're online. And there's Carol. Carol, what do you think of the certificate? Is it professionally done? I should have did it more in black ink, your name and such. I'm learning. But do you really think it's a professional thing, or is it like just a little knick-knack type of thing, Carol? Please tell me. You're the first one to get it. Hello, Lori. Is they're still piling in, Judy?
Yep, they are. And guys, on our Facebook page, there is a picture of Carol with a certificate if you'd like to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll be showing that when I start introducing people to show them as more people come in.
Okay.
Yes, very professional. I love it. Well, thank you, Carol. It was all by you. If it was a non-professional looking thing, and I try to do things the best I can, but you can't get an opinion until somebody wins one, Judy.
Right, exactly. And Carol does seem happy with it for sure.
It's a certificate of participation in the live stream. Plus, there'll be a number on the back of the certificate at the end of season 3, not the end of this year, the end of season 13. We will put it in a random drawing. Say we give out 50 of them, 2 to 50. And whoever gets that number will receive 50 tokens, no matter how you want it to get it to you. And just a little something extra.
Hello, Daniel. Good to...
Hello, Daniel. Thanks for coming in. All right. Here's my team right here. That keeps this thing going. Judy, the Hook, Tanya, Daniel, Tammy, Jeff M, David, Starlene, and Gloria. They're the best. I mean, I've been on here for 13 years, but Tammy's been with me the longest. I don't know how many years you've been with me, Tammy. I'm losing track. You can't remember.
I think she was with almost right from the beginning, John, I think.
When we did Facebook Live, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Yeah, she'll remember. Once you post it, we'll have to put a notation on that.
Right.
We always support Tony Sampson, the Salty Dog Tours. Take a tour around the island. Now they got tours on the island. Well, that'll be a common thing to do. Starting next year, at least you can do some kind of vacation set up for next spring, Judy, that they can have tours and you can plan a boat tour and a island tour.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be nice. I think they will have them by the sound of things, but at least it'll give people a chance to look ahead.
Yep. Hello, Tony. And we always support Daniel and Charlotte on their competitive. Like we got Raymond back, thanks to Judy. I want to thank her so much for her support, for every which way for help. People do help in a small way, but Judy, I appreciate you so much. Without you, this place don't run. So again, publicly, I want to thank you so much for what you do for the channel, and it's just unbelievable. I thank you so much.
You're welcome, John. It's so good to be here, and I want us together.
Hello, Richard. And here's Carol with the certificate. I don't know if she's going to frame it or what, but it's not hard cardboard, but what do you want to call that paper? That heavy certificate paper where the certificate goes on. And you get your name on it. I sign it, put the date on it that you won it. Just something different.
Right. I think it looks great, John. Good picture, Carol.
And that's what it looks a little close up. And I just fill it in. And I put a piece of cardboard behind it to mail it in a flat envelope. So if something comes crushed or something, just let me know and I can send you out a new one. It's in a like plastic bag, flat, and cardboard to make it stiff in there. But if it does get crumpled for some reason, just let me know. And then we can fix her all up. Okay, guys?
Sounds good. And John, Tammy says she has been with you from the beginning, I believe.
Oh my lordy 40. Again, I got to thank.
Believe that?
Yeah, I got to thank my moderators: Tammy, Judy, Daniel, Starling, Kathy, and Tanya from Portugal. She's on when we're sleeping. Jeff M, Gloria also, but they do double duty. Jeff M and Gloria and David are on the YouTube side. You know, some people don't like Facebook. Some people like YouTube. We got to satisfy them all. I want to thank my main members from the Quest of Oak Island Facebook group. Also, we're on live on YouTube on our Quest of Oak Island YouTube channel. We do a little bit on Twitter, some on Discord, and the rest are the members on Spotify for podcasters around the world, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon. Hello, Alexa. And I want to thank a couple of new members to the paying side of the YouTube side. I want to thank Tammy and Linda and Robert and Tony, the Tracker, Andrea, Tommy, Kay, D-Rock, Captain Kirk, Becky, Virginia, Barbara, Starlene, Jeff M, and Sandollar. The people have been with 54 months, 51 months, 47 months, 45 months. I appreciate all you guys and what you can do and support. I thank you so much. And again, Judy, I thank you. I thank Daniel and Charlotte. And Daniel to set us straight on things that go on at the show and for you to make up your own mind to believe or not. You know what I mean, guys?
Yes, got it. Listen to what he has to say, and then you can think about it, because it's always important. And John, Tammy just said, you just set off her Alexa. When you said Alexa, it set hers off.
Alexa, how is the Quest of Oak Island? Well, now I know that. I drive her crazy, you know. Hello, Franklin.
Daniel says, my Alexa just said, is that wood?
Yeah. Last night's episode, $1 Billion Baby. That was season 13, episode 2. Next week, it's episode 3, Medieval Intentions. So maybe that's from the coins they're finding. I just got 2 little, very minor rants, if you want to call it, with this Sandy. Now we're getting this coin really pushed down our throats. Hello, Lewis. And there's Franklin. Lori, I'm turning everybody's Alexa on. Oh, Lordy 40, holy mooyan, Alexa. I never heard that before.
I didn't either. I guess as soon as they hear it, they react.
Yep. And I'm saying,
I don't have one.
Yeah, this Portuguese silver coin is just, okay, whatever it is, it is. But when Sandy comes out and saying it was, worth $25,000, well, no paperwork, no nothing. I guess he's a professional. But, Judy, I question everything, as you know.
Yes, I think, and I certainly did question that.
Right.
And Daniel says Sandy seemed like he was selling it last night, and that's true.
Yep. A friend of mine, Michael Barman, from Dot to Dot, he sent me a little explanation of what's going on, and I want to read it to you guys. Portuguese silver coin from 1367, the reign of King Ferdinand I, can be worth anywhere from a few $100s to several thousand. Of course, depending on its rarity, condition, and exact type. Its melt value is negligible compared to its numismatic collector value. These coins are not pure silver, but a silver-copper alloy. Value depends on grading, obviously how they grade things like baseball cards, very good, fine, very fine, extra fine, and everything. Coins in higher grades are extremely rare. Market value. Common hammered billion coins from the 14th century can sell for $100 to $500 in average conditions. Rare types of well-preserved samples can reach $1,000 to $3,000 plus at auction. Melt value is minimum a few dollars since silver content is low. So that's where you got the key details of 1367 Portuguese silver coins, issuer King Fernando I. So I don't know, 25,000 seems to be whatever he says, but Judy, I'm just sort of questioning Sandy's portrayal of that number. Do you guys agree with me?
I know I do, John. That's a heck of a lot of money for that coin. We'll have to see, but I don't agree that that's the price.
Well, I asked the people on the podcast here, look it up, and on our page. So we got a couple of different answers, and we're going to find another Roman coin, 200 AD, I guess, tonight. And these Roman coins, Judy, they've been finding just kind of weird, very, very weird on lot 5.
Yeah, and I think the good ones really have been on lot 5. For someone just to come and give them, Mr. Solomon did. I don't know. He can't prove it came from Oak Island, really.
Really? And I'm saying, well, how do we know this coin is the coin? I mean, I don't know. It just seems that's what they're going with. They had this information before they edited the show. So at least it isn't a golden doorknob. At least it's sort of a coin. But all of a sudden, when they come up with these things 13 years after the fact, it just seems very, very strange.
It does. Daniel says the real value is only that it is in perfect condition, but if it can be proven to be the James Petlotto artifact off the auger, the value would be extremely high.
Yeah, but with everybody dead, how's it going to show? Even if you go to a pawn shop and you got something, Judy, like I got a 59 Fender guitar. I got the receipt from the guitar. I got the name who sold me the guitar. You got to have a paper trail. Okay, it's in the family. Okay, your family's connected to that. But he should have wrote something down as he passed it on, and then that person passed it on, with some kind of written trail on this coin to be presented. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's no real proof that his relative found that coin on the island.
Hello, Kathy. Thanks for coming in. You know what I mean? You got to have a written trail. You still can get money for it, but if you got a written trail, then you got the real thing.
Exactly. Tommy says, I got a few coins myself and paperwork with all of them.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, the paperwork, the history, the paperwork. I had a 57 Chevy, and when I restored it, I had all the paperwork with it, and where it came from, who fixed it, who did this, all new parts, this and that. If I didn't have it, you'd take a hit at just the basic, redone Chevy. So with paperwork, that's where the big thing is. And I don't think it ever can be authenticated, Daniel, because everybody's passed. So I don't know.
Right.
They're going with it. I mean, if you had that information this year, they must have went crazy in Los Angeles. Well, we're going with the coin. We're going to push this coin down everybody's mouths. Okay.
Well, I guess we'll see where it leads or doesn't lead.
Right. And also, I got one little tidbit on, I'll explain later, but I'll just give you a little tidbit here. I sort of shook my head a little bit. You see when they're doing Lot 5, the girls, how they're dressed, hoodies and loose clothing and this stuff and that stuff. And then when they showed Gary's daughter in the tightest black outfit you can imagine, I'm sort of just shaking my head. So when I do my screenshots, she just seems sort of out of place to me, wardrobe-wise, or is it a ratings-wise? These sneaky guys and these sneaky producers. What do you think, guys?
I think you could maybe be right on that one, John.
So that's all I got on that. I might have more rants when I go through the screenshots, but that's all I can remember now was her tight, black, tight, over tight choice of clothing on the Curse of Oak Island. All right, Judy, get your wine ready. Here we go.
All righty.
Let me get your picture up here. Okay, Judy, when you're ready, the world is waiting for you. There you go.
Okay, thank you. Well, guys, it's season 13, episode 2, $1 Billion Baby. Episode 2 opens on a new day in the money pit where the team is drilling borehole J9. They believe this could be the area of the original shaft that at 150 feet may have entered the solution channel. They are hoping to find more coins like the one given to them by Steve Salomon, whose relative, James Pitt Blotto, may have dug up here in 1867 and put in his pocket. A core hits the table from 158 feet down, and Terry finds chunks of limestone and declares there's nothing here. A half a mile away, on Lot 5, Marty, Peter, and Katya are detecting between the round and rectangular features. The beeper goes off, and Peter digs up a large rock, which he and Marty try to move with a shovel and a crowbar. They had no luck, so Marty decides to go and get the small excavator. Meanwhile, in the lab, other team members are meeting with Emma to get the test results of the pieces of drill rod found at 178 feet down in the money pit last week. Emma says there is manganese in it and dates it to the late 1800s. It was in this area that James Pedlato found the Portuguese coin given to the team last week. The team needs to see if there are more of these coins below, so we'll keep digging. Back on Lot 5, Marty has arrived with the excavator and proceeds to lift the large rock from the hole. After Katya detects the hole, they find nothing. Marty decides Katya should detect the soil around the hole, and she pulls up a small piece of metal that will go to the lab. This is close to the rectangular feature, so Peter thinks something could be under here. Over in the research center, coin expert Sandy Campbell is examining the Portuguese coin from Steve Solomon, who is present. Sandy says there is a decorative Templar shield on the coin, and these were minted between 1367 and 1383. The coin is immaculate, so Sandy believes it was new when buried. If it had been in use, it would be dark in color. Emma reports that the coin contains gold, silver, copper, zinc, and nickel. Alex asks how much the coin is worth, and Sandy says between $20,000 and $30,000. But because it is in mint shape, the sky is the limit. They call Marty, and after they tell him the worth of the coin, he declares a chestful would be worth billions. Rick, as always, declares there is treasure here. Let's find it. Over on Lot 5, they have dug up a piece of American ware from the 1500s and a button. Fiona reminds them they have found many very old buttons in this spot. Later at Smith's Cove, Rick, Billy, and Gary are continuing the detecting of the spoils from last year. The beeper goes off and they pull up a metal hook Rick says would be on a wall to hang something on. Gary points out it is a reshaped shank fastener and it is bagged. The beeper goes off again and they dig up a rose head square nail. Gary says it is old and is broken off, so would be twice as long. It could be out of an old door or a chest, so it is bagged. In the money pit, the team is examining the last two cores of hole J9 from 216 feet down in the solution channel. They find loose soil, and Steve says this proves the treasure could have fallen into the channel. In 2024, they found high sources of silver and gold here in the water. They send soil samples to Emma for testing and move on to the next hole. In the lab, the team gets the test results from the piece of metal Marty, Katya, and Peter found on Lot 5 the day before. Emma says it is a piece of iron cookware from the 1700s or maybe the 1600s. Laird points out that iron could not be cast in Nova Scotia in the 1700s, so this had to have come from Europe. This piece could help them find who was here. Episode 2 ends on Lot 5 with Katya and Marty detecting, and the beeper goes off. Katya says it is non-ferrous and digs up an old coin that looks to have a cross on it. They call Rick, and he arrives shortly with Gary and Billy. Gary declares it to be pre-1600s and is a hammered coin with writing around the edges. It will, of course, go to the lab. Marty says, let's get back to work. Will they find more coins worth billions? Join us next week for more clues, questioners. And in the meantime, stay safe, please.
Very nice, Judy. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Diane, that came in. Hello, Vicky, that came in. Hello, Gloria, that came in.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your praise. Wow.
Thank you, Mo. Yeah, I had two more questions. I'm saying, okay, when he brought that little bobcat in to dig that boulder out, all of a sudden, there's nothing there. Under the rock, it just disintegrated from moving the rock. I didn't get that. Can somebody please explain that to me?
Yeah, I don't understand it, John. It threw me off for sure.
Well, let's see the pieces, or nope, it disintegrated, nothing there. Okay, poof. And all of a sudden, let's check.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, let's check the tractor tracks. Oh, why? And I mean, it's on the leaves. Oh, they find a piece of a pot. Okay. I don't know. The coins got me crazy.
Yeah, Scott says it apparently. And Daniel says, why didn't they just edit it out?
Because they're hurting. They're hurting for material.
That could be.
Also, my next question on the coin, the coins got me crazy. How does a pristine coin last 230 years in salt water? Or in the 1850s? Say 100 years in salt water. Obviously, the coin is loose. So whatever it was maybe sealed in clay all that time. But once the drill went through it, supposedly, how do you get a pristine coin like that in this environment, 100 feet down? I don't really get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, John, didn't they say that that particular auger they thought through a chest and the coin was in the chest? Now, I could be wrong, but I think that's what they said.
Right. So they're saying the chest had to be sealed for it to be pristine. Now the chest is not pristine, if there's such a thing. You know what I mean? It's got a 2-inch hole in it, if that story is true. But some of these things, they say these things for revenue, so they would lease the land, so people would try to find the treasure. It's a money-making situation at that time for investors to come in. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes. Yeah. Scott says maybe someone cleaned it. Obviously, the family of Mr. Solomon did obviously clean it.
Because silver gets really deteriorated. Gold comes out like regular gold. With silver, it gets pretty nasty with salt water. But that was my whole thing of a pristine coin being in the ground. Now, whatever they found it in has a hole in it. At that time, whatever they found it in, 1800 and something. And
yeah, Daniel says they presume it was sealed in a chest, but that chest was drilled through, if you believe the story. Right. Then everything in the chest goes bad, right?
Right. And if they were collecting all this money for being a bank, right? The Templars were a banker, right?
Right.
From all kinds of people. What they doing with uncirculated coins? It just don't make any sense to me. At that time, people had to use their coins to buy, bread and fish and whatever the heck they had to buy. So coins should be sort of worn out in a treasure chest, wouldn't you say so?
I would certainly think so. Gloria says Sandy said it was never in circulation, which could be, but if it was in that chest and got into the salt.
They didn't have a
Go
Fort.
ahead.
They didn't have a Fort Knox. This came from regular people, working people, farmers, people, slaves. All these people here that they were banking with. I'm just saying it would be more of a worn out coin in this bank. It's like you go into the bank now, you got all uncirculated half dollars. Well, that's now, not in 1350.
Right, exactly. So obviously, John, Rand B says, maybe I hate to think they're reduced to salting the mine, but the solution channel would have salt water in it, would it not?
Yeah, it should be. It should have, yeah, because even in the
Yeah.
garden shaft, there was salt water.
Yes, yes.
So,
And Daniel says, in my opinion, Peplato took a piece of gold off that auger. And that's what I thought they always said.
yeah, I always thought it was a gold chain or a link from a gold chain. I never heard of taking a silver Templar coin. That's what's got me crazy. That's what's got my mind clicking it and like, oh, what, You got to think of the times now. 13, 1300 and what's it? 1350, whatever the heck that coin was.
Was it 67 when he took it, I think?
67 and 1383, and they found it in 1858 or something. I don't know. Just the more they get into it, the more fishy I get. But I need proof. I need hard proof. Lordy 40, holy Muyan, I need more proof. You still can't convince me Templars are there until you give me hard proof for 13 years. Not these Roman coins and things that Robert didn't find on lot 5, which he had it all surveyed, all metal detected. Not like these guys, 13 years, and they're still finding things on lot 8, lot 5. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right. Daniel says the link of chain was during the same time, but a different object. Okay, Daniel, thank you.
Don't forget hashtag certificate, hashtag cert. We got 12 entries so far out of 40 people here. If you want to win one, put your name down. Everybody's eligible, even my members from the quest. Everybody's got a chance to win one. All right. Judy?
Time for some screenshots, guys.
There we go. They start with the only business that's making a ton of money over there is Choice Drilling.
They are busy guys.
They're drilling right to the bank. Sure, you want more holes? We did 3,000. Let's do another 3,000 holes in this Swiss cheese. Let's go. Let's go, baby.
I'm sure they don't want them to quit anytime soon.
And 600 miles of sausage casing for the core samples.
Would be something to see them laid out, wouldn't it?
Here we are at the sausage table. And Charles Barkhouse, what's his famous line?
We just haven't found it yet.
There you go, Judy. There you go. See, you're catching on.
Yep, he says that all the time.
Yeah. Like Jack says, no way. And Charles says, well, it's here, but we just haven't found it yet. Okay, Charles. And you guys, please find it before I'm dead. All right, guys?
I agree with that for sure.
And here's the map, the squiggly lines. I think so, Lewis. A lot of sausage table. Not really much new stuff. They're in J9. Right there.
Oh, Gloria says, where is Jack, by the way? We did see him last week for a bit, Gloria. Not a lot, but he's there somewhere.
Yep. I found out that he was sick, but he's doing great now. With sickness, I don't care. And because he looked awful thin to me. And I know Marty works out and such, Jack. had an illness. I don't know what it is, like I said, but he's doing it. And he's getting a lot better. He's okay. Whatever that means.
Yep.
That's the information I got. No rumor. That's the truth.
And that's good to know. I'm glad he's doing better. We need Jack on the show.
Yep. Here's the coin,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Daniel says, I heard Jack had a health scare, but doing well now. Yes. Thank you, Daniel.
And here's the famous coin. There she be. The pristine coin. You're welcome, Gloria. Ready to go to the sausage table. I thought I'd get Adam and Kyle a little FaceTime right there.
It is quite the coin, though, isn't it? It certainly does stand out.
Yep. There they are, back on lot 5. Couple of feet away from the square excavation. Here's where they're trying to tip this wreck over with a crowbar that was conveniently close by, but they couldn't do it. There was lot 5. We looked all over with Osprey Muyan, but the vegetation was so thick the drone really couldn't see anything in there, Judy.
Right, I remember that, John. It was disappointing for sure.
We just couldn't get in there because we know they were in there doing something, but we couldn't find them.
Right. Daniel says maybe it was a counterfeit, talking about the coin,
Yeah.
and that's possible.
Back to the lab. There's the drill casing. Which did nothing for me.
No.
There's Emma and Laird. To the research center. There's Sandy giving us that estimated price. That's why it was called $1 billion baby, only for Rick saying that, figuring out his money if there's a case or a chest full of these coins. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, whatever.
Right. I think it was Marty come up with the $1 billion thing, and that sounds like Marty.
And here's the ladies. Notice their wardrobe at lot 5. Taking notice of their clothes. There's Ethan. Tansy and Flona Steele. Notice their clothes. Isabel. I think she's new. Isabel's new, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yes.
This little artifact. Yeah, Marty's pretty good on calculating money.
Right. Daniel says Marty cha-chinged that amount pretty quickly.
That's what I'm saying. What's keeping him here? His
Right.
his brother, that's a daydreamer. So you want to do things do things for somebody's dream, but after a while, you know, he probably do it to the end.
Yes, I'm sure.
This is some sort of button they found. Also on lot 5, there she be. Smith's Cove, they're still going through the spoils from I don't know when. You put a pile right there.
John Lewis says Marty found another reason to do season 14. Oh no.
Lordy 40 Lewis, please. We found a hook. Okay, hang your head on that. And a rose head spike. We didn't find no ox shoes yet. So we're doing good.
Right.
And there's the sausage table. I think I try to catch some of the bedrock. You see all the mud and all that white stuff at the end?
Yes.
Daniel, I think they use the spoils. That's a filler. Let's go throw a pile of spoils from 3 years ago in the driveway and let's look through it for a couple of 5 to 10 minutes to eat up time. You know what I mean? A filler.
Right. I agree, John.
To the lab we go. There's Miss Drayton. All made up. I like Emma. Look at that hairdo.
She is quite a smart woman.
Yep. There's that piece of pottery that they found in the tracks of the little bobcat. There's another shot of the square foundation. Yep, Lewis. For ratings. They must see when they post Emma's picture and they post Miss Drayton's picture, that people respond to that, and then they respond by showing more. Who's that other girl that's not there anymore? The archaeologist that everybody was thinking.
Oh, shoot. Is it Miriam? I can't remember, John.
Cast iron pot, right, Daniel? Yep. They're on the front end of lot 5. Miriam.
Yes. Thank you, Daniel. I thought it was that.
Yep. Here's Miss Drayton. Finding this coin. It's 200 AD. Well, I think that's perfect metal detecting wardrobe. What do you guys think?
Yeah, darn good, eh?
Can't be no tighter than a diving suit. But the ratings went up probably.
Yep, I'm sure.
And I told you I told you to concentrate on those other people on lot 5, those girls with their regular working clothes on. I don't get it.
I guess because Katya doesn't have to get right down in the dirt and dig. I guess. I don't know.
You would think Gary is enough on one metal detector. They have to have another. Why? I know they only can have so many by layered, by permits. But I guess if your dad worked there, I guess you can do whatever the heck you want to do.
Right, exactly.
And there's Billy.
Daniel says they are already trying to fix her up with Peter.
Yeah.
But you know what, Daniel? I noticed last night that Peter does have a wedding ring on.
Yep.
So I think he's taken.
Yeah. I don't know if this is, I posted this just to show you guys of next week's coin. Very, very strange with all these different types of coins. You know what I mean this year?
Yes. Yeah, that's really weird. Looks like the head of a king to me, but I don't know.
Unbelievable. All right, don't forget, hashtag certificate to win this from the Quest podcast. We got 12 entries. And thanks to Judy, we have Raymond back. And this is Daniel Spino's synopsis of last night's show. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
All right. Tell me if you can hear it. I only posted the coin. If you want to see the whole breakdown, please go to the Pennerman blog for all of Daniel and Charlotte's research and the full explanation of every little detail. This is just as an analysis on the bottom, and this is for the world to see. So please go to the Oak Island Compendium and give it a look. Here we go, Judy.
Okay.
In chat, let me know if you can hear Raymond and you can see the coin. Thank you, chat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Daniel's analysis and commentary. This author talked last week about the problem with single coins being proof of possible treasure on Oak Island. This is because anyone could have dropped it at any time. There would be a greater possibility if more of the same currency were found in the same area, in this author's opinion. Well, it appears that this may have happened in the past on Oak Island. According to the article in Treasure Hunter Seeks to Unravel Oak Island Riddle in the Register in July 1966, author Chris Young writes about Robert Dunfield's work on Oak Island. The picture in the article shows a group of coins that were found by James Troutman, who worked for Dunfield at the time. The caption states that the coins pictured were found on Oak Island. One in particular, identified as a short cross coin, is very intriguing. As identified by Troutman, these coins would be English silver pennies from the short cross period, 1180–1247. Although in reviewing examples, it's not a great match. Troutman's coin shows what appears to be a Maltese cross that could have been used by the Portuguese. Unfortunately, the article doesn't make it 100% clear if the coin was indeed found on Oak Island, because it also mentions Troutman's involvement with a planned Sable Island expedition. Although it was cited that several of these coins were found and in the possession of Troutman at the time, if it can be established that these coins were in fact found on Oak Island in the same place, it could be very important. This author would highly recommend that the picture be shown to a numismatist like Sandy Campbell to check the coin's origin and dating. If multiple same-like coins were found, then there may be smoke to the fire for treasure on Oak Island. The author has reached out to reputable sources for clarification and will update readers next week on what was learned. Please follow our weekly episode analyses during Season 13, along with articles from the original Compendium Blockhouse blog and special investigations and features involving Oak Island. Feel free to reach out to us for questions, comments, information, and any theories to our email, theoakislandcompendium@gmail.com. Please visit www.theoakislandcompendium.com for this entire article and our other content related to the Oak Island mystery. Good day from Daniel of the Compendium. The Oak Island Compendium, C. 2025.
Very good, Daniel. Thank you so much, you and Charlotte and Raymond.
Yes. Take time to read it, everybody, when it is on our Facebook page, and because you're going to hear things from Daniel that maybe I have missed. The two of us work together, and it all seems to get out in the open.
Hello, Tony. You're never late. The internet, you're never late. We're on forever. We're on for life. Right, Judy?
Yeah, right, John.
All right. We got hashtag CERT, Tony, if you want to win a certificate from the Quest group for participation in the live chat. You would send, if you won, to The Quest of Oak Island at AOL.com. Get it out as soon as possible, as long as you send me your name, address, and so forth clearly. All right, let's see if I can do this again.
You did it okay last week.
Ready? Share screen. Here we go, guys.
Good luck, everybody.
Yep, we only got 12 entries. Anybody want to put in there? You're welcome, Tammy. We got 12 entries. Three seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, Judy.
Okay. Woohoo.
Jeff M.
Oh,
Very, very good, Jeff M.
oh, hey, congratulations, Jeff. And you deserve it.
Yep.
And
Jeff
we'd
M.
like a picture.
Yep.
A picture, please.
Very, very good. And I hope you like it. Well, Judy, it's about it for tonight. I got to get back to my duties. So if you want to say your goodbyes, I'll say my goodbyes, and onward and forward I go.
Okay. Hey, everybody. I think it's been a good podcast. And I think we have lots to think about, especially that coin. Remember to read Daniel's analysis again, please. And I'll see you next week on Wednesday night with John. Enjoy Oak Island on Tuesday night. And until we're together again, I love you all very much. No matter where you are in this world, please stay safe. Good night, John.
Good night, Judy. I'll be talking to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All righty. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that's all we got. More coins coming up next week. So stay tuned to the Curse of Oak Island, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, in the USA only, Sundays in Canada. But what do I always tell you? Remember, members, always go forward. You may get a setback in your life, but just believe in yourself. Believe in your dreams, no matter how old you are. For tomorrow's a never given. Never. In this crazy world we live in, the world needs a ton of prayers on top of tons. It's unbelievable. So you keep smiling, you stay safe, like Judy says. You stay strong, you stay positive. Keep that negativity away from you. Stay positive. If you can't do it, there's a lot of professional people that can help you out. Thank you for joining me and Judy tonight. I'll see you Wednesday night with Judy at 8 p.m. Eastern Time next Wednesday for episode number 3, The Curse of Oak Island, called Medieval Intentions. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you. Take care. And bye-bye.